Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for the support. Without much ado, let's begin today's video. Today's video is about Hausa Kooko using dried Hausa flour made from Ghana. So in the beginning, I just mixed it and then kept it in the sun for some hours. Then here I am tying my cheesecloth around a bucket or a container where I will sieve the Hausa Kooko. So you tie your cheesecloth like shown in the video, then you test it if it is firm. Then I brought my Hausa Kooko flour in a dough form. Here my hands are clean. I am mixing it with water to contain or attain a consistency that I want. So you just do like that, like you are mashing it together, and then you add more water if needed. Here you should not make your Hausa Kooko too light. I normally prefer it being in the middle consistency. Too light will mean that your spices may not be there, and too thick is for me also okay, but to be perfect, stay on the middle consistency. So after mixing it or diluting it, I push that aside and then bring my container with the sieve or the cheesecloth, and I sieve it like so. I normally use a small container like shown in the video to be fetching and pouring onto this cheesecloth, and I use my hand in a circular motion to help sieve it faster. So you can just see what I'm doing in the video. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, share, give me thumbs up if you like what you are seeing, and please don't mind my voice. I am down with some symptoms of unhealthiness. So here I'm just making it in a fast motion to forward everything. So after sieving, I squeeze the chaff with my hands like that. That is the rest of the flour that is not needed. I continue sieving. This is the second batch. Continue sieving until all is done. By the way, I forgot to tell you or mention that my flour was pre-fermented. So the fermentation took place, then it was dried because I needed to take it on a journey. So it doesn't need to ferment again. That is why I left it in the sun for some few hours before sieving. And after sieving, I will let it ferment again in order to get nice or proper Hausa Kooko. After I finish sieving, I don't throw the chaff immediately away. I pour small water in it to get the rest of the juice out of the chaff. Then I sieve that again as shown here. That is the rinsed chaff I'm sieving now. That's the second part. After which I now discard the chaff away. After you finish doing this, you can see that your chaff will come out, or your waste will come out so clean like shown here. Very neat. Nothing is left there. All the juices from the millet and the ingredients is gone out. So after that, you can now throw this away. After sieving, this is how mine looks like or looked like. Then I covered it with the lid, left it in a warm place for fermentation to take place. It was the next day which I wanted to prepare my porridge, and look how my cocoa turned out to be. I poured some water into a pot, the amount needed. That amount was okay for me. I then go ahead to add ordinary water or plain water to this mixture because my baby will also enjoy this porridge and I don't want it to be too spicy for him. After adding my plain water, it was time for my pot with the Hausa Kooko juice to go on fire. So you set fire and you put it on with lid covered. Then you bring this to a rolling boil. If I say rolling boil, I mean 100 degrees Celsius boiling water. If more, to be nice. Here, I am just scooping the settled flour from the water of the cocoa. Scoop the amount of millet base from the water you want or you need. Since I am just doing for 2 to 3 people, that was enough for me. And I poured in some water from the base. Then I began to mix it to a consistency that I wanted. Sometimes it's hard to explain, especially when there are no measurements and everything attached. So you just mix it like that, like so. You can use your hand alternatively, but I'm just using the ladle. Then you mix it to make sure that there are no lumps in it. My water was boiling the way I wanted. So here there are 2 ways of doing it. You either pour the hot water into the bowl or you pour the millet paste into the pot. But then you have to make sure that your fire is off. As shown earlier, my fire was put off. So while pouring the millet base into the pot of hot water, continue to stir vigorously using any kitchen tool you prefer. I am using a banku driver or a wooden spatula here because I am very okay with that. After stirring vigorously, look at this. Very smooth, lumps-free Hausa Kooko. Very delicious. After you've contained the consistency and the thickness you want, you cover it with the lid and trap the heat to cook further for about 5 minutes. If you want more, you can. Now it was time to serve, and I decided to go the local way. Back home, it is served in calabashes, but modernization has taken it to a different level. So whatever you now see it being served in is okay. So I just scooped some to the calabash, added my brown sugar, and then this is the twist. Have you ever tried porridge with honey? Very delicious. Try it and you will thank me later. I had mine with kose. My previous video on this channel is kose. Then we added kulikuli and then granite to it. It was so yummy. You can see in the picture and in the video that this food was very, very delicious. And for a cold weather, this is perfect. See how nice and delicious my kose was looking. And that crunch, oh my goodness, it was so yummy. My son couldn't hold his hunger anymore, so I needed to fast track everything. Bye bye.